Hello, everyone. It's me, Haxley. Today, I'm joined by Just Mai. Jeff is on vacation for the week, and we're talking about Young Justice, episode 25. Over and out. Not the finale like I thought last week. So, if you watch this live, I'm sorry for being wrong. If you watch this later on the YouTube, there is like a little blurb saying I was wrong. This is not the penultimate episode last week.
Yeah, this is the penultimate episode,
This one, right?
and Haxley, I feel like we gotta just point straight at you and see if you need to be talking to Black Canary, if you need to go through your own grief genre like Beast Boy did this season. How are you doing?
Not great, not great. I'm pretty angsty. I'm really hoping the finale will show us our worst fears is not happening. This is just a little scare tactic.
I don't
But if
know.
they if this is for real, we're writing. I don't even know where Nightwing is right now. Where is he? I usually have a Nightwing near my desk.
I don't know, man. I think the best butt in the DC universe is officially dead.
It can't be. It can't be. They can't just do this to me.
They literally showed his heart stopping. Not showed, but you heard it.
Okay, but it's not the first time a Bat family member has stopped a heart just so a Kryptonian would not do more.
That is true. But has Dick ever done it?
Has Dick himself done it? I don't think I've seen Dick himself. I've seen Lex Luthor stop Dick's heart to stop a bomb that's connected to his heart.
I don't think he's making it through. He had a pretty severe head injury.
Well, he's been shot in the head before by the KGB Beast, but that was the start of the Rick Grayson era, and we don't want to talk about Rick Grayson ever again. We don't want them to ever make any mention that Rick Grayson was ever a thing.
What if they do?
That's not a young. Then I'm glad season 5 has not been announced. No season 5 for you if we get Rick Grayson, if that's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, this is like typically we go through the whole episode, but I feel like this truly is the most important thing that happened this episode was that everybody gets away. We knew that was happening, but we lost two people this episode that we know of. We lost Dick Grayson and Rocket, and Rocket's kind of rough too because last episode she was finally like okay with her kid being autistic, and
what
then
makes it even
immediately
worse
rip her away.
is that ending was it like Rocket's living room with like where the kids like playing with the cars upside down.
Yes, yeah.
Like, oh god, is Rocket not making it back?
I don't think she is. I think the Dick death might be a misdirect, but the Rocket is not.
Well, I think we should kind of start from the beginning at this point. But we have Zod, Ursa, the other Kryptonian, I don't know her name, talking with Lord Zod. The unnamed Kryptonian, I have no idea. She could be named, she could not be named. Is ordered to go back through the boom tube, get all the other Kryptonians together to travel back.
At which point,
Green Lantern Forager shoots the Kryptonian Zods.
yeah, and the crew who was in the Phantom Zone blocks the way.
Due to the injuries, Zod and Ursa got Lord Zod gets Malekith to open a new boom tube to the Fortress of Solitude, where they can go into the solar pods to kind of heal up, get super strong, and they can open up a boom tube to the Phantom Zone there. When they open that one, the team can't just let an army of Kryptonians out on Earth. So they make the last stand of Thermopylae and prevent the passageway.
And Dick Grayson goes through the boom tube into the Fortress of Solitude to run into the Zods.
He destroys the solar panel, so they don't get super strong right away. But Lord Zod is pretty angry, so he has to fight a Kryptonian. And this is where it goes dark for our hero.
For the best of us.
Lord Zod throws Dick Grayson into a statue. The statue kind of falls on top of him, and we see Dick Grayson's head bleeding out profusely. And Lord Zod mentions his heart has stopped. He is dead. Now, maybe this could be a misdirect. Nightwing could just be slowing his heart down because he knows Kryptonian can hear it and doesn't want to get it finished, so they come up with a better plan. But we might have to get ready for a riot next week, guys.
Yeah, Dick Grayson's not necessarily my favorite DC character, but he's definitely up there, and it's gonna hurt. That's really the important bit of the episode is Dick Grayson goes down. After that,
we get the Eye of Ekron choosing its new holder.
that was the most wild thing. Like the Eye of Ekron, which came from the future, I assume.
No, it was in Metron's vault. Remember, he grabbed it.
That's right.
Because we talked about last episode. We were talking about Emerald Empress because how Lord Zod just took the Eye of Ekron out of the Metron's vault.
So now, one of the Kryptonians has the power of Superman and the entire Green Lantern Corps.
Yep, we have Ursa Zod, the new or old Emerald Empress. Because Emerald Empress won't be born for like 1,000 years, so I guess she's the old one.
Yeah, timeline's weird. The current Emerald Empress
is Ursa Zod.
Yes, and it's kind of wild.
And we have our other hero, Superman, Bart Allen, all the other ones on a bioship being supercharged by Green Lantern's ring and Bart's speed force or whatever, heading towards Earth to the Fortress of Solitude to stop Zod and the army of Kryptonians. But it's okay. Even if the Fortress of Solitude has defenses, a bioship has been connected to all of them, so it can come undetected to the Fortress of Solitude, but not to the Eye of Ekron.
I have a feeling that the Eye of Ekron will die, or Ursa Zod will die by Zatanna's hand. Because the only time the Emerald Empress has died is when the Eye can no longer see her, and it supposedly sucks the life force from you, but keeps you young and powerful, and it's a heavy burden to carry something so strong, essentially. And I think Zatanna will use her magical abilities to make it so that the Eye can no longer see Ursa Zod, and that'll be it.
It could be.
And because she dies before Lore is born, Lore disappears.
But we also have to remember there are other cards in play right now. Earth has other magical wielders. Not only that, I don't think Lex Luthor or the Light will take kindly to a Kryptonian invasion in the middle of Metropolis right now.
That is also true, because the last thing we see is them taking control with Superman being poisoned by kryptonite and Connor
brainwashed.
Yeah.
In the middle of Metropolis where Lex Luthor lives. So I'm honestly expecting the Light to be the ones to deal with
the Kryptonians. That could be. I could see that happening. I could see Vandal Savage being a big part of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because Vandal he wants Savage, to control it.
Clarion the Witch Boy. I don't think any of them can handle Clarion the Witch Boy, honestly.
Maybe Emerald Empress with her new powers.
Maybe. It depends on how powerful this Eye is compared to a Lord of Order or a Lord of Chaos.
I mean, it is the entire Green Lantern Corps plus Superman. That's pretty powerful.
But Kryptonians, like, two weaknesses. Kryptonites and magic. And this Eye is also weak against kryptonite for whatever reason.
And magic. It's because it's green. It must be weak to kryptonite.
That's not how this works. Because the Green Lanterns in the comics, they used to be weak against the color yellow and to wood.
Yes. Yeah. DC doesn't know how to do weaknesses. Let's just leave it at that. Most Marvel superheroes are weak against a bullet.
Very true.
So, I'm interested to see what happens.
So I think
go ahead.
So I think the Light could either take a play, or another option I could see is Darkseid, because he's also been kind of foreshadowed. They've been playing Apocalypse War and everything. And Mary Marvel met with Granny Goodness like during the last mid-season break stuff.
That is true.
I think Mary Marvel can take on the Emerald Empress.
That's possible. I definitely see Darkseid not liking the fact that he's basically being 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would the Kryptonites follow him after this?
Yeah. Another option is I don't think this is the case, but it could be why we were introduced to Infinitors not that long ago. Maybe the Infinitors will be the hero, and the next season's all about the people choosing the Infinitors or the Justice League.
I could see them doing something like that, but that's really bad. Like I don't actually see that happening.
I mean, we introduced them like 2 episodes ago and just did like.
I think that was purely for next season setup.
Yeah, but like them saving the day could also be for next season's setup because it sets up that people are divided on who should be the main heroes of Earth, the Infinitors or the Justice League, and it can kind of make an arms race for their public image.
That is true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
There's so much going on. Darkseid's going on, Infinitors going on. I don't see Lex Luthor being okay with any of this. Like, there's a lot, and obviously, there's just all the other heroes of Earth.
Yeah, I could see it being a Light and the Justice League team up, and then maybe this is what happens: the Light and the Justice League team up, and the public does not like that, and like they're thankful for being saved, but they don't like that the Light and the Justice League teamed up to save them, and they've got this other group, the Infinitors, doing things, and maybe some of them start pushing for the Infinitors to be doing more.
Like, if Justice is willing to work with these people with terrible track records, why should we trust them?
Yeah.
Compared to the Infinitors who haven't done stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah, even though we know that there's really shicey shit happening behind closed doors with the Infinitors.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're in a weird crossroads.
We have 1 episode left to the finale, and there's just so much going on. We don't know what could happen. We don't know what happens to someone when they're inside a boom tube when it collapses. We don't know if Nightwing's just playing possum for now. And if not, maybe Halo can get to him because Halo can heal.
Also, another big thing is how's Beast Boy going to react to Connor being in Metropolis?
That could be another big thing. Can we also talk about the other death potential death? I think Bioship is dead. Bioship just got like torn apart by the Eye of Ekron. And we gotta remember, it's a sentient thing.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We've known Bioship since season 1.
I was trying to not think about them killing Bioship off because I swear to God, if they kill Bioship.
Like, we've known her since season 1. She's always been the good girl helping the team. And she was going to retirement. She just had kids.
I'd be so mad. So mad. But yeah. I don't really have anything else to say. How did you feel about this episode how good was it?
I don't know if I can say it's good. It's very anxiety inducing. I really need to see what happens next.
That's fair. I think that means it was a good episode though, because like there was a lot happening, but it didn't really have a lot of flaws, and everything was just happening nonstop, and it just makes me want more.
Yeah. I really want to see the finale, which will happen Thursday over on HBOMax, where you can go stream it there. But till then, we're just stuck wondering what happens to Nightwing? What happens to Rocket? What is Bioship okay? Who's gonna save the day from an army of Kryptonians?
Yeah,
with the Eye of Ekron.
This is DC's What If, for sure.
Will we get a season 5?
Next time on Young Justice Z. Will our heroes prevail? Probably not.
I mean, they gotta figure something, because I don't know where this.
I think our villains will prevail. I think not the Kryptonians, but the Light. After you mentioned the Light, I think that's the most.
I think the Light is the most likely option to me. If not, this could be how we set up the Infinitors to be a credible threat for next season.
Yeah, those are the only 2 options, which I think the Infinitors are also villains.
100%. Because I forget, is the guy controlling Markov working for Darkseid or the Light?
I think he's working for the Light.
The Light, okay. I remember he's working with someone. I can't remember who he was talking to.
I think it was Light. It could be Darkseid, but I think it was the Light.
Yeah, he might be working for the Light. And then obviously we still have whatever Darkseid's doing, because we saw him trying to get Mary Marvel to their side, trying to corrupt her, and she could honestly fight them. She uses magic and everything.
Yeah, I think Darkseid is actually going to be a next season thing. I think Young Justice loves to do multiple things with one season, and I could foresee it being an Infinitators Darkseid season.
But last season, season 3 was the Apocalypse, if I recall. Justice League Apocalypse.
Yeah, but it's like, who do you fight after Darkseid?
I don't know.
That's kind of the problem with him.
You fight the Anti-Monitor next.
They don't need to do that. Not after Flash and them ruined it. Not after the Arrowverse really hurt the Anti-Monitor.
Or we can just like end it, so it can have a nice ending and not be like left on a cliffhanger of us wanting more. Maybe this could be the
nice. But I don't think that this is the end because there's just so much going on.
They're setting up so much stuff. Greg Weisman's like the creator is like on Twitter trying to get like renewed Young Justice season 5 trending on Twitter and everything. He got a lot of support, a lot of people trending for it. But we still got no announcement from the higher ups of Warner Brothers Discovery.
I think it'll end up getting a 5th season.
I mean, I don't see why not, honestly. Animation is probably like the easiest thing for them to do.
Yeah, especially like it is a lot more money than live production typically is.
Okay.
Just because there's more actors, there's more like people in the production with animation, because you still have like your lighting, your sound designers, all of those, but also in animation. But right now, that's the big thing that's separating HBO Max from anybody else, is that we're not getting a lot of animation from Amazon Prime or Netflix or Hulu or anything.
We were getting from Netflix, but they canceled the animation department. And I know HBO Max was doing a lot of animation because it is the fastest one out of the things to do.
Yes.
And they needed content out.
And it just makes sense for them to keep doing it. Like, they still don't have a lot of content.
Yeah.
So, plus, like, people really care about Young Justice.
People love Young Justice. Some people care about Young Justice. Greg Weisman's Twitter is a mix of him trying to get Young Justice renewed for season 5, and then people complaining about how he's made Young Justice very woke and everything.
It was always, though, like, the political leaning of the show hasn't changed.
Yeah. If anything, they maybe be doing more, but I mean, that doesn't hurt the show.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that hurts the show is like they're doing a lot with a short amount of time. Like the Halo thing was kind of only in there just to make her non-binary. It didn't really affect anything going on, from what I can tell.
Yeah, they really,
and that's just the fault of the time constraints they have, honestly.
Yeah,
and them only having one show instead of like a comic book, which can have individual comics for all these characters, tell the story.
I really hate comic book nerds when they complain about wokeness, because like that's kind of the whole point of comics. That's always been the point of comics. Comics have always been extremely left-leaning for their times.
Yeah.
Like most villains in the DC universe are huge CEO billionaires, or they're like under, like they're the dark side of the world. They're the assassins groups and things like that. But it's a lot of it is rich people. It's not that surprising. So I think that's it though for the show.
Yeah, I think that's all we got about Young Justice episode 25. Over and out. So if you enjoy what we said, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow us, get those notifications when we drop new videos.